Hey guys, what's going on? This is Namkraft and welcome to another Starcraft English commentary. Let me once again deliver to you another guaranteed to be epic game. It's going to be part of the Laddernet series. We will have snow for this shop. This game will be released as usual. Not released early because, well, I'm not so sure exactly why, but I'm traveling today. I'm in a different part of the city, as some of you might have known. I've released an early message to some of you about my whereabouts. I don't have the best equipment with me. I have a very crappy mic, and I don't have a second monitor. I don't even have a mouse. I'm casting this with just a keyboard. And I hope this would work here. So Shift F2, and this should be Shift F3. Hold on, there you go. So let me use the hotkey. There we go, we have it. Snow located at the bottom side of the screen. This is going to be Dominator, 3-player map, and of course Snow still afflicted from his previous loss against Soma. As for Sharp, he's just a good guy in general. He has nothing to complain about it. We're going to be seeing how these two people are going to be looking out. By the way, I'm gonna start to experiment with a very nice and new type of StarCraft commentary content. This will be something of a blast to the past. And I'm very excited. I'm just setting it up and getting ready and stuff like that, but I will be releasing it soon. And as usual, those who have supported me in the last 30 days will get early access. And as I previously announced, we will have 3 tiers of supporters. Jim Rayner's Raiders is the $5 or less per month, and then we will also have Tassador's Disciple, $10 or less per month, and then last but not least, we will have Queens of Blade, $15 or whatever more. And you guys, whoever is part of the Tassador's Disciple plan will get access to those videos early. The rest of you just go ahead and enjoy it. I'm very stoked about this new series that I will be releasing. Anyways, back to this game. What are we having here? Gateway opening in the core from Snowman, and from the other side of the map we're seeing a little bit of a dance between the SCV and the probe. Of course this, I'm sorry, I mentioned to you I don't have the proper gear with me, so imagine doing this with just the internal mouse. Looks like Snow is going to be going for Zelle first. Interesting, of course, on this map it's very normal for the Protoss player to go for very ballsy move here from Snow to go for Zelle first, because you do want to box the Terran in on the low ground around this area, and then eventually go for faster nexus compared to the enemy's command center. And we sometimes we even see 2 Zealot before Gateway, before Dragoon, but this time around we shall see only a single Zealot and a Dragoon right away. This I cannot catch this SCV. It's so hard for me to catch it. Finally I catch him. Anyways, 40 out of 60 is the health on this SCV. On this other amount, the Zealot is gonna arrive. And how is Sharp responding? He's a bit slow to respond. He wanted to go to the down part of the ramp here, and he's got a single vulture about to come out at some point in the future. There's the Dragoon moving across the map, and again this SCV is very damaged. SCV gets sniped, of course, very standard procedure here from modern 2025 Protoss players. They're so good with that probe micro. And now I think the goal here for Snow is just to contain Sharp on the low ground, but Sharp has already come out on the high ground. Let's see how good is the micro from both of these players. Dragoons will take a few shots, but the first shot goes in favor of the vulture. The Dragoon is taking way too much damage, I believe. Let me just quickly show you how much damage is taken. He takes another shot, but it's very tricky here. And there's the Dragoon. I finally was able to locate him with my cheap ass internal mouse. And now this Dragoon is going to be on the low ground. As you can see, Sharp very smart to push these enemy towards the side of the map. And Snow could not come across, but there's a second Dragoon coming out. So how good is this around here from Snow? He's about to get on the high ground. He will lose a lot of hit point on his Dragoon, and that is slightly unfortunate here for Snowman, but I think he's gonna back up now. On this other map, are we seeing Sharp going for an attack? No, he's just gonna sit at home. He's gonna continue to repair his vulture very nicely. The third Dragoon is out. What is gonna be the tech here for Snow? We shall see. His core is about to complete. We might have the robotics soon. But this Dragoon is once again getting pushed, but now high ground advantage in favor of Snow. He pushes the enemy back. He's got 3 or 4 Dragoons coming across the map. And he's about to get high ground advantage. Very good dances between these two players, but now the Terran players have to back up here with the vulture, trying to go outside and create some kind of confusion. But now Dragoon with range is done, so this is going to be a very interesting position here from Snow. but of course he knows about the vulture. We have another Dragoon coming out, so let's see how good is going to be this Dragoon's attack. We have already mines getting laid on the other side of the map. And that Dragoon is gonna have to wait a little bit here. This vulture, how damaged is he? Let me just quickly check. It's 65 out of 80 HP. Inside of the Terran players' main base, we have 2 factory coming down. Inside of the Protoss, we will have the Vortex. I believe that is just an additional pylon. And Pope's gonna get transferred at some point in the video. Good block here from Snow. He might stop the vulture. Death Cold is about to destroy it. The vulture is sniped. That means no more mines can get laid on this map, but we have a tank coming out already. Of course, Snow trying very hard with his Dragoon dancing to try to attack and get the tank killed. But this Dragoon is very, very damaged. He's gonna be very, very cool to tank. He's gonna pull back. Does it have any hits on it? Not yet. But yet Pope's gonna get transferred towards a new base, and the SCV is already saturating their own base. So very much similar situation here for these 2 players. A single vulture is about to get sniped. If he loses that vulture, it's going to be very horrific. Very horrific for Sharp. I think he's doing okay now. There's going to be Reaver first coming from Snow. Once again, with this spawning position, Terran has got the advantage when it comes to drop. You can see that Sharp can directly drop inside of Snow's main base without any issues at all. But Snow's going to have to come around, but we shall see if that is going to amount to anything. These Dragoons once again still coming out, and looks like Sharp attempt to move on. This is a mistake. He doesn't need to move right now because Dragoon micro is still so easy for Snow to do. The Zelle is taking a few hits. He's gonna back up, not losing anything at all, but finally he loses the Dragoon. But the tanks, how good is the tank? The tank is gonna call around, and it looks like Snow gets another pair of vulture. He loses another vulture. Sharp, I believe, yes, so he loses all of his vultures, but he keeps his time. But that was a nice trade, I think, for Snow. Look at the supply differential after the attack is over 57 compared to 38. And we shall have Engineering Bay. There's Engineering Bay. We shall expect to have, okay, that's gonna be an armory. Inside of Snow's base, we're seeing what now the shuttle has been made already. We have a Reaver coming across the map, and there's the shuttle. I guess he's just going to be traveling around looking for any kind of drop potential. We already have an expansion coming down from Snow, so the game's going to transition very nicely into the mid game. So I guess it might be a good time for me to start to thank some of my fans who have supported me in the last 30 days. I'm just going to quickly show you the names. There they are, Mr. C Goblin, Mr. Chen, Mr. Peter from Poland. We just quickly show you what Peter from Poland looks like. This is him. Wait, hold on. Do I have him? Yeah, excuse me, yes I do have him. This is Peter from Poland. He's part of the Tassadar's Disciple. This is why his photo is being shown on the screen. And Mr. Property Management Guy, you're also part of the Tassadar Disciple fan club. So this is why your photos are on the screen. Mr. Chen, Mr. C. Gomland, Sullivan, and Fisher, you're part of the Jim Raiders club. So this is why you have a tax man, you know, thanking for your business, whatever. If you want to go to the Disciples, membership tier, you can go ahead and just change your membership tier. There are 3 levels right now you can choose from. But back to this game, what are we seeing now? We're going to be seeing the shuttle coming across the map. And how good is Sharp's defense? He sees it now. The Zelle is going to take a few hits, but looks like that Reaver is going to be within. No, the turret is just on par. The turret is showing exactly, and that Protoss not able to do any shot at all, not losing any tanks. He would try to take another great shot here, but now that Reaver's gonna get 1 SCV, and that's it. Maybe not even an SCV. Yeah, he does get an SCV. So that is gonna be an this attack here. What about Snow's base? What is he gonna try to do here? He's gonna have to come across the map. The shuttle with speed is completed. Okay, he took 2 hits, man. That's a lot of hits. And where's that Reaver? Finally, the scab has taken a toll on that SCVs. It's gonna back up here, and of course Snow is looking forward to look for another opening, but he is just skirting around danger. He's laughing in the face of death. Inside of Snow's base, we're seeing 4 gateways, right? And some more additional tech is gonna come up. Maybe still do. I shall expect it to be coming up very soon. 5 gateways. And as for Sharp side of the map, what is he doing? Does he have +1? I guess +1 is being researched right now. And also Terran booster just to get the Goliaths a bit of a boost. 3 additional factories coming down on the map here. So far Snow is showing to us that his micro with the shuttle and Reaver is still sublime as usual. Only if Snow has played against a Terran player in the finals, he would completely trounce a Terran player at 4-2, 4-1, something like that. Anyways, Dragoon's coming out and clearing these areas, and the shuttle's gonna be very careful. There's some Goliaths looking to attack, and where's Snow coming through? Okay, there's no tanks here. There's only one tank very far away. Snow has seen it. He's gonna lay both of the Reavers in the corner, and the Goliaths have to come back. And as you can see, Snow's got nice vision of the tank. Do we have additional tank? There they are. They're gonna try to return. It will take a while though, but a lot of supply depot for Snow is waiting for the last possible moment that he will get a single supply depot remaining. No, he's gonna pick his units up and go out very smart. On this side of the map, we're seeing that Snow is about to expand once again, just clearing out a very spot of the map, 10-minute mark game. And this is a nice feast for the eyes, for all of us to enjoy here. We love Snow. What does Sharp look at right now? Sharp just scan. He saw the presence of the third base. That's great. And now we need to make a decision whether he wants to move out or not. He's sitting at home and defending against the onslaught here from Snow. The tanks have siege up. The observer has seen all of those locations. Do we have another scan on that observer? That'd be very nice for Sharp to clear that observer out. Look at this Reaver shot. He's gonna back up now and hide out here. Sharp need to really scan. He finally scanned, but he's not able to snipe that observer. That observer has lived. Very smart to put the observer at the right moment here, because you know, as a Protoss player, as soon as you can actually put those Reaver shots on the tanks, then you must know that the Terran player knows that you have observation. Anyways, now the tanks are coming forward. They start to take some hits against the Dragoons, and Snow's gonna back up. I guess Sharp want to expand towards the south side of the map, but we shall see. The Shadow's gonna go back, and I apologize for the kind of zigzagging, headache-inducing observation from me, because I don't have a mouse right now. I'm just moving around with this, this computer keyboard thingy. But anyways, Snow's looking forward to going inside of the main. What does he have exactly? I'm not so sure. We shall just take a look in a few moments. He's gonna dive in, and there's nothing here. There are no tanks. Very smart. He will destroy so many supply depot. Go for these ones. Go for that one. That's gonna be the best one. As you can see, Sharp is returning with the rest of us. Also, it will take him a few more seconds to get there, but good attack. There's going to be Zelle coming out to take a few of the shots. Look at those double Reaver Scarab. Destroying one tank right away. It's going to go in the corner once again. Go for the supply depot. Forget about the tanks. If you can get about 2 or 3 more supply depots, it's going to be great. It's going to hide in the corner once again. And he would take those tanks out of the equation. Great shot. They need to pick up the other Reaver. And he's going to land up, and if you do a few more shots, he's looking for those. Great shot is going to have to fall back out now. And the game is going to stabilize behind the Snow, once again going up to the 4th base. And Sharp is having trouble trying to expand. He's going to try to go out here and take his commentator at the mineral only. But that was crazy, insane damage from Snow. Let's take a look at the tech. We have Citadel of Dune. We have Templar Archive. I guess Templar Archive should be coming up somewhere on this map. We don't see it. But anyways, Protoss has got +0. They have no upgrades whatsoever. Terran has got +1 done. He's going to be going to up to he's going to be going up to +1 armor. Coming up very soon. Nice observer sniped. And now I guess Sharp's going to try to sit at home defend here. As for Snow, I guess he wanted to take that expansion at some point in the future, just to keep himself 2 base up. Another nice attack coming out, and this Shadow is going to get targeted upon by the Goliath. A great mind drag onto those Dragoons. Not very nicely done here from Snow, and Sharp has got the better exchange. Goliath once again looking for that Shadow, but Snow is just skirting out of the danger zone with his forces, and Sharp has forgotten to saturate his new base. He's possibly not doing the right APM here. As you can see, APM from Sharp 330, Snow 260. We don't see SCV coming out, but there's going to be the attack just to clear those forces. And can Snow dive in the main again? Once again, why not? Sharp is defending with a lot of tanks though. This is going to be problematic for Snow. He has seen the amount of defense his enemy is going to fall back and just take another base, and said it's going to be a smarter idea. And I would say that he need to come out here and start to take this base as well. But for now, he's going to try to dive in, but there's so many turrets, and there's so many tanks. As you can see, Snow has fallen out at the last minute. He has seen that there are so many tanks in the back, and he has saved his Shadow. The one with the Reaver is alive here, very smartly done here from Snow, and it's going to contain his enemy. What kind of upgrades and additional tech are we seeing? Forge going for additional upgrades. And where's the Templar Archive? There it is. Where's the Storm? And the Storm is being researched right now. We're looking at the 40-minute mark of the game, and Snow has got 168 supply. Sharp has got 133, and more shenanigans are expected between these two players. But for the time being, it is going to be Snow has got a slight advantage. He's going to try to take the top left here. Of course, it's a nice idea. He's going to try to expand. He needs to actually use his money wisely. We have some scan going on once again to Sharp. What is he looking at? He's just checking for the presence of the troops from outside of his expansion. He's debating whether he should send some vultures out and go for some kind of harassment. He does send some vultures across the map, but on this side of the map we're seeing some pylon and some nexus going down. So we shall see here. What is this going to be? This is going to be just a probe going to, not exactly sure for what, but it gets sniped right away. But there's the Scarab. The Scarab will be a dot. It will be a dot, I think. These vultures are still alive. Another scan from Sharp. What is he looking at? He's looking for this base. This base got a ton of cannon. A ton of cannons. But I think those vultures are going to try to lay some mines out and try to look for openings. But as you can see, okay, we have another scan here. There are some cannons on this side of the map, and so like these vultures will get trapped in the middle of the map here. But I think Snow will try to come out there and attack. He's going to try to surround the vultures from both sides. Once again, there's a lot of mines. And Snow's gonna be super careful. He's gonna try to walk the mine with just the dragoons, not the zealot. The vultures once again looking for some openings and doing this. This is just a time-wasting measure from both of these players because Sharp want to expand. For sure, we need to be expanding. As you can see, the supply for sure is not about the same. Not so sure exactly what Snow doing. I guess he is just. Oh my God, these probes just walk through them completely very dangerous territories. And we're going to be seeing triple shadow flying across the map. Not so sure exactly what's here. Maybe there's going to be some zealot. I cannot touch these shuttles for God's sake. Okay, I can see that those high templars. Yeah, for the timing, what do we have? There's some vultures looking to actually attack and kill off any probes that are transferred between these two bases. But looks like Sharp decided the moment is now to push forward. Snow is maxed out. Sharp is not. We have some units across the map here, but Snow's gonna have to send everyone to the north side to defend here because Sharp is moving across the map. What does Snow see? Does he knows about the movement of the enemy? I think he knows that. You look at the media map, you can see that some mines are getting laid, and between this Sharp is just deciding whether to attack or not to attack or not. He's going to be super careful because the mines can get. He's going to be behind him. Can cast a few storms here. That is a terrible storm, to be honest. And these dragoons are getting trapped, but as you can see, Snow is also going to reinforce from the north side. The tanks will be sieging. A lot of dragoons have died, and that was a great engagement from Sharp, and Snow will need to resupply his troops with fresh armies coming from his from his gateways. He's gonna pick up a few more forces, and Sharp is pushing on this high ground. All of the probes has been retransferred to another base, and we're gonna be having storming coming up very soon. It looks like no targeting on those high templars. Those couple of time will eat a lot of storm. This is the perfect Tempest strategy execution from Snowman, getting 3 times destroyed, and he might cast another storm soon. Looks like the Goliath is trying to find that shadow, but Snow has decided to back up, and yeah, the shadow's got nothing anyway, so can actually die, no problem. But the problem about losing this place is that Snow loses, this nexus as well. It actually doesn't have any probes saturated there. What are we seeing in this other side of the map? There's going to be a few more shadows, but Sharp is pushing across on this high ground. Snow's going to try to slow him down as much as possible. He's looking forward to cast a storm on the tank. Not bad, great mind drag. And now another great Reaver shot. Snow is straying really, really well, and Sharp could not gain this high ground for the life of him. And as you see, actually he's not expanding. He wants to be expanding here, but actually he's flowing 300 minerals. Something that need to expand right away. And we're going to be having some Zealot bombing. Look at the tank up unseated at the right moment here. But now Snow has gained the high ground advantage once again. He will push those tanks. Like great storm, and more storms are to be expected on all of those tanks. Great trades here from Snow, destroying 3 tanks in his span of just a few seconds. And then the expansion is going to be going up for Sharp here. But Snow is once again controlling his high ground magnificently. Look at the gateway production from all of this other side of the map. We just need to be pumping those units, non-stop. This place will finally fall. I think Snow is not going to be very happy with that because he's still with just how many bases? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and he's going to be building a 6th one. I'm not sure if we actually keep it or not. But now Snow is leading about 30 supply. He's trying to move across the map and clearing out these forces. He's got a shadow. What's inside it? I think there's going to be some Zealot bombing. Not bad. But of course, Sharp is also not doing so bad. He's expanded. He's got 2 bases coming up at the same time. This one and this one. And Snow lost 2 bases. And so he's gonna have to come back and do something else here. But as you know, Templar strategy, you don't need to have that many bases compared to the Terran player. You just need to trade much better than a Terran side. We might have this expansion getting reset up again once again in the future, I'm not so sure. But if Sharp keeps his positioning right now for the next God knows, I don't know, 5 minutes, he's gonna be advantaged economically. Oh my god, great mind drag onto the Dragoon. I think Snow's gonna look forward to attack and get this high ground advantage here, but tanks are in position already. You need to really know about this hidden base that Sharp has taken. That base just sitting there ready to be assaulted. But anyways, we're gonna be seeing. Okay, it looks like this base gets saved. Incredible, amazing happening of events here, because I thought this base was gone. Sharp has got all of his tanks on this side. He can actually easily take it up, but he did not. And our probe's gonna get transferred here at some point in the future. We should have expected some more cannons going up, and I think with this we have an observer here. That means that base who cannot be attacked. It looks like Sharp is gonna try to face an attack here. Snowman is just waiting to attack. He's got both the players are waiting patiently on their side of the map, but looks like Sharp is gonna hold these areas. And of course his new base is going to be coming up very nicely. We have some vultures doing for some run by. Maybe this base could be target. I'm not so sure exactly. But for now, Snow is covering his side of the map quite well. Need to actually send some of his new forces. He's got a huge amount of units just sitting here doing nothing. You need to actually go there. Looks like the tank's going to go on this hang up, but that's going to be a signal for Snow to send everyone to the 6 o'clock position. The tanks will all fall. But what about the Nexus? I think the Nexus will fall very quickly. There's some observers, but Snow is trying to clear out those forces. Some vultures getting chased around this map, but this Nexus is about to fall very quickly. That's going to be slightly unfortunate for Snow, because he was about to save it. At least he can actually get all of those standard tanks. Need to unsiege and go somewhere else. Now Snow's going to try to come out. He is slowly moving his tanks forward to actually drag the mine. Great mine drag onto the tank. There are only 2 more tanks remaining. And this base was gone, but I think trading it, I'm not so sure who gained the better advantage here, but some Zelle getting on the high ground. There's nothing here. There are a few tanks on the backside, but Snow is trying to go on the high ground. He needs to actually move forward. Zelle need to get involved with the tank, and looks like Snow is not supporting it with his shadows who's going to back up. By the way, does Snow not know about this base? This base is so easy to actually take out. Just send some forces on this left flank. Top flank, excuse me, but he's not going to try to go there. But anyways, Snow with his Templar strategy doesn't need to have much. He is just trading, very nicely. He took 2,500 minerals. As long as he uses high temp, it's going to be great here. By the way, let me just quickly take a look at. Oh, excuse me. Let me just quickly take a look at the upgrade. +2 weapons and +2 armor for the Protoss side. Some small engagement happening here. Terran's got only 1-1. How? Looks like Sharp has forgotten to upgrade his units in the last 20 minutes or so, because he was 1-1 20 minutes ago. Anyways, Snow's gonna try to hold out on this side of the map. Do we have an expansion for Snow? I think this base needs to go up once again. But of course, these players, as you can see, they're very relaxed. They're not really playing like competitively. Just enjoying having some fun. This is a nice feature of the Laddernet series. Players are usually just enjoying having some fun. Looks like we're going to be having a slight push here from Sharp. Sharp is not targeting the shadow. He is going to target the shadow. He sniped one of the shadow. Not bad. But Snow's got another shadow. He needs to actually reinforce. But looks like Snow's attacking this spider base. He's got only a ground army. There are a few tanks coming up, but Sharp is going to get surrounded. He's not sieging up his tanks, and it looks like this base is about to fall. So we have a small base with tanks that are reinforcing from the other side of the map, but this other side of the map is where Snow has lost everything. Snow has lost everything, but he got a few reavers. This one has got 13 kills, the other one has got 16 kills, gonna have to back up. We have another storm. Snow, great storm here. It's gonna take a few shots, snipe the Goliath, and it's gonna back up and go and hide. This other side of the map looks like this base has been saved by Sharp, I think, and Sharp is expanding like crazy. He's covering all of the sides of the map here, and Snow is in a bit of a trouble. Definitely Snow is in trouble. He's about to lose his top base unless he's actually trying to reinforce it. His forces are slow to come forward. And now this 4 o'clock base is also secured by Sharp. Sharp's gonna come out, but this is terrible positioning from Sharp, man. You don't want to make haste like this. You want to be moving slowly and spreading your tanks out and Grey Storm just to trade. And with this kind of trade, Snow doesn't need to have that many bases. He can just have the same number of bases that he's gone, and he will still be fine. And there's going to be some more tanks coming up, so these cannons are going to be falling. But as you can see, Snow is reinforcing from the other map, coming across the map here. There are not a lot of turrets and not a lot of mines, a few Goliaths, but looks like Zelle is going to try to walk onto the enemy territory. He's going to be going for the SCVs. Great Storm once again coming out, and this high ground, whoever gets this high ground can control it, will win the battles. Looks like Snow is the one who controls it. He's going to move some Zelle out. He's going to cast a few more Storm on the double tanks. And the removes will clear out all of those forces. As you can see, Sharp cannot reproduce fast enough. He's behind by about 20 to 30 supply. and Snow's going to gain that high ground advantage once again, and he has secured his 12 o'clock position. But we have an attack here by the vultures. There are a few posts remaining on this other side of the map. Snow has not remade his cannons. He's going to be backing up. This shop makes some expansion here. I'm not so sure what is in this shadow. We have some height just sitting there doing nothing. Interesting. Anyways, we're going to be having something coming across the map, but there's a turret there. What is Snow doing with the shadow? He's going to land double reaver. He's going to take a few shots at the tank. Not bad. He will take another great shot at the tank, but not able to destroy it. No need to attack this because Sharp is coming up with a lot of bases. Sharp has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bases for Terran. That's a lot. Anyways, looks like there's going to be a great storm that hits so many of the tanks. 3 units got destroyed there, or at least damaged with the storm drops. And now those tanks are going to get cleared out. So this base is going to fall. There's nothing inside that base, anyways. There's some Goliaths trying to reinforce from the low ground, but Sharp is now going to be attacking from the low ground, which is not really the ideal situation. And I think Protoss can reinforce. What is Snow? Snow is going to be coming from his main base. He's floating 3,400 minerals. This is the result of him just using so much gas-intensive units and trading so effectively with his storms. Anyways, he's about to get to this other side map, but where are the shadows? I need to be flying across the map somewhere. I don't see them. But anyways, this is going to be the point of contention here. Some Zelle clearing out the turrets, and Snow is going to be using his storm on the high ground. Look at the Goliaths, very helpless, could not target the shadow at all, and several good storm clearing out several of the tanks. Amazing trade. We have a science versus not able to do anything. Look at those amazing trade from Snow. This is why he's able to win with just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bases. He's got the same number of bases as the Terran side, but he's able to win easily, effortlessly, because he's trading high Templars for tanks and Goliaths. Anyways, what's happening here? Cannon staring down at the SCV. I think those tanks might be moving down south, but before that, this area has already been secured, so those tanks can just need to siege up right now. Sharp cannot trade effectively at all. Snow is once again always maxed out, and Snow takes another base. We have Zelle trying to get on the high ground here. There are a few siege up tanks, but Zealous will walk right through everything here and clear all the tanks. We need to have reinforcement, and Sharp is not producing fast enough. Sharp behind by about 50 supply now, and he's stretched out like spandex on a soccer field. He's slow to react. His armies are way too far from the front line. We have the turrets getting destroyed. What about those science vessels from Zealous going on? There's going to be a great mine drag that damages all of those tanks, but they're still alive. All of those tanks are still alive. We have some great SCVs storming here. Amazing stuff from Snow, and Snow is floating 5,000 minerals in the bank. I mean, if this was a ASL final, you would be saying that Snow is a god. But Starcraft is not meant to be like that. Starcraft is meant to be Protoss always loses versus Zerg, Zerg always loses versus Terran, and Terran always loses versus Protoss, maybe. Anyways, Sharp has almost lost his SCV line, has had to recreate those units. We have some vultures coming across the map, but this is going to be a helpless situation. Tanks are attacking that cannon. What is that shadow? The shadow once again has some high temperatures inside, but Snow is not thinking about saving his cannon line. He's just going to sit here and enjoy it for the time being. We're going to be having a small engagement here, but Snow once again still leading by about 40 to 50 supply. He's going to fall back. He wants to gain this high ground advantage and push the Terran side back. There's going to be a lot of Zelle walking through everything here. Snow once again the high ground advantage. Great storm is to be expected here on the tank. Look at this beautiful storm hitting so many of the tanks. Another great storm is to be expected. And look at those terrible trades that Sharp has to endure. So amazing, insanely cost-effective units from Protoss. And Terran is just so poor. And yeah, this is a great trades here. And of course, maybe if you're Terran player, you are so disheartened to view that. But I'm not so sure how Terran could win, man, against Templar strategy. Like I have hypothesized, it's gotta be about, you know, doing a lot of attacks at the same time, not big army attacks, because that would just die to storms. You need to spread out your army, go for 3 or 4 different attacks, because Protoss thrive on getting their shadows together. In 2025, it's all about keeping their shadows together. It's actually very APM intensive to keep 4 or 5 shadows in different locations at the same time. So if the Terran player could think about attacking with, you know, oh my god, that Archon eats a lot of the mine shots. If the Terran player can think about splitting the army up into 3 or 4 different groups, then the Protoss will be forced to split the shadows into 3 or 4 different groups, and that's very hard to do as a Protoss player, because you don't have enough hotkeys. If you use 4 hotkeys for the 4 shadows, I mean, what other hotkeys do you have for your army, right? And what about your nexus, and what about your gateways, and what about your robo? So I think that's gonna be the answer to Temptos anti-Temptos strategy in 2025. Anyways, the Shadow is gonna try to land a few more shots, and those Goliaths are very helpless, not doing anything at all. And Snow once again trading nicely here, and this Nexus is about to fall. So it's gonna back up. There only one more tank remaining. Observer is gonna get cleared up, but there's still another Observer that is waiting to get resettled in that area. It's only this one tank, and it looks like Snow is gonna attack from the high ground. That tank is gonna try to siege. SCVs are coming away, but once again, Snow on the high ground is gonna cast a storm on the SCVs. He's gonna cast a great storm. The damage almost all of the SCVs is gonna cast a storm on that tank. That tank has been damaged from before. Yes, no, it's still alive. But Snow is gonna take out this base and so many SCVs, and now he's leading by about 80 supply. I think the game is gonna be ending soon because Sharp will be running out of mining locations to get his base. Got a few mineral branches remaining, but he could not get another base, and Snow can still attack again. He is trading so effectively. He's just using only storms and destroying so many times. That tank on the right side will fall, and with that I think Sharp will type GG soon. He is slowly trying to reinforce, but he's behind by about 90 supply now, and coming up through the southern side takes such a long time. GG from Sharp. If you enjoyed this guy so far, feel free to buy my coffee into that. It's gonna be in the business and bye bye.